Ontario is nearing the end of a snap provincial election. Incumbent Premier Doug Ford initiated the campaigning period after U.S. President Donald Trump began threatening layered tariffs against the country, saying he needed a strong mandate from Ontarians to properly fend off the economic measures. And the four politicians battling for the job met on the debate stage last night to discuss some key issues in the province. Tessa Bennett has that story for us tonight. Tessa, what are some key items on last night's agenda?
Manisa, Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie outlined her plan for family doctors, NDP's Marit Stiles introduced a grocery rebate program, and the Green Party's Mike Schreiner suggested affordable rental properties, all while Doug Ford defended his leadership. But most of the time was spent pulling apart the current PC government. Ontario's main political party leaders met in Toronto Monday night, taking to the debate stage to sway the support of voters across the province. The current Premier Doug Ford of the Progressive Conservative Party fielded criticism of his government from the other three candidates, Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie, NDP's Marit Stiles, and Green Party's Mike Schreiner. The debate saw a wide variety of topics discussed, but conversations centered around healthcare and the cost of living crisis facing the province, rather than the threat of tariffs facing the country.
So I think that's almost the starting point, is to get people to start to think about healthcare or education or housing or issues like that, which should be top of this election campaign, no matter who's involved, but has just been overshadowed by Mr. Trump's tariffs.
Ford's campaign slogan is Protect Ontario, but he seemed to play it safe for the 90-minute televised debate by defending his current title and his government's accolades.
We're going to have a very clear choice in this upcoming election. This is all about leadership.
From Ford's perspective, he's got a pretty clear vision. He's presenting it. Protect Ontario. It's what they've been running with. There's been pretty strict message discipline there.
Among Ford's rivals, Crombie has been trending online after she emerged as an aggressive opponent, trying to shake up the incumbent premier. Her party is campaigning on healthcare, and she had a lot to say about the state of things under the current government.
I'd like you to look into the camera, and I'd like you to tell the people at home who lost loved ones while they were on the wait list what you did over the past 7 years to fix our healthcare system, because it's broken.
That is what drives so much of the policy and the programming and the budgets at Queen's Park. So I think that's what people should be focusing on, and that's where people should be holding Mr. Ford to account.
But she wasn't the only candidate attacking other opponents. Stiles dropped some information about donors supporting Crombie's Liberal Party. While healthcare has been the cornerstone of Crombie's campaign, Stiles pointed out the $25,000 in donations the Liberals have received from what she called private healthcare providers.
I'd like to know how she can stand here and say she's going to save healthcare, which, by the way, was created. Hallway Healthcare was created under the previous Liberal government, when she's receiving those kinds of donations from private healthcare providers.
Okay. Schreiner brought it back to the Ford government when talking about affordability issues, questioning his decision to mail $200 rebate checks to everyone in the province.
And it's not fair that Mr. Ford has handed out $200 checks to millionaires and billionaires like Galen Weston, the guy gouging you at the grocery store, when so many people can't afford to even pay for groceries.
Towards the end, the debate had become somewhat of a yelling match.
Now, criminalizing our...
Honestly, Doug,
That's
you've
what I
been
want
in
to
power
do.
for 7 years. You have to take
7 years, you haven't done anything. I want to say
Talk to the police. Very simple.
I'd like
Folks,
to know what
when
our
you see
plan
a police
is.
officer,
Former Cabinet Minister John Malloy and former official in the Premier's office Claire Michaels say there was no clear winner.
I think barring any other, bold policy announcements, cutting deals, any sort of major world event, I think the PCs are still on track for their majority, and it'll be up to the opposition parties to try to stop the train at that point.
Candidates have just over a week left to share more with Ontarians about their government's plans, with the election taking place next Thursday, February 27th.